Hey, hey, Chalk and History friends, it's Shelly. It's Friday. We made it. Say hello as you hop on. There's a live red button or box at the top left corner of your screen. That means we are in real life doing a project. Otherwise, you're catching the replay. You can rewind, fast forward, pause, whatever you need to do to follow along. Say hello. Give us a sprinkle. Hit that heart button. All right, let's see. All right, guys. Hello, hello. It's Friday. It's also my husband's birthday today. Yay. So we're gonna probably go out to dinner to just have a nice little dinner together tonight. And then tomorrow is our wedding anniversary. Usually this week is pretty crazy. Our daughter's birthday is the 22nd. He's the 24th. Anniversary 25th. Sometimes Easter's in there. But also the 23rd is his grandmother's birthday, but she's passed away. But still, we always think of her definitely on her birthday. So that week in April is always pure craziness. But it's kind of even crazier when Easter gets thrown in there. Sometimes Easter is around that time frame when it's really, really late in the month. But all right, guys, we're gonna do a fun little project today called Treasure Island. I have to be honest, I'm not sure I read that book. It is a book. I had to Google that. And I thought it was a palm tree that we're going to do, but it is a banana plant. So we may have to adjust here. Let's see. Did I get a yellow? I didn't even get a yellow. I should find a yellow before we get going here. Hey, pumpkin. Here's a yellow. Yeah, let's use sunny side. That'll work as a banana. All right. So we're going to use Treasure Island. Okay, this is a fun one. I thought that was going to be tropical-ish, coastal-ish. And because it's got like two halves, like of course you could just do the one side with the banana plant, or you could do, this is a little part out of the story. But I thought using an acrylic surface would be a great way to get both of these design elements on one surface. I mean, of course you could do like the saying, and then you can do the palm tree on top. But we're going to do one on each side. So I'll show you how that's going to work. Also, we're going to definitely want to fuzz. You can't wax an acrylic surface, so you definitely have to fuzz your transfer really well. I said wax, or yeah, I said fuzz. And then, of course, all acrylic pieces, and this is unfortunately not available, but you can find acrylic arches, acrylic rectangles. You can find all that online. So it comes with a protective sheet on each side. So I'm going to just remove one, and so it doesn't get scratched. Okay, you can throw that out. You'll never get it back on. Okay, we're going to set that aside. Let's go ahead and just going to label these halves. Treasure Island banana plant. It's a plant. It's not a tree. I didn't know that either. So learning all kinds of things. And then Treasure Island. Treasure Island book reading. There we go. Okay. Because we're probably going to cut that in half, so we probably should do that ahead of time. I thought I grabbed my other scissors. I did not. Okay. So it's they didn't give you that cut line. Sometimes they don't do that so that they can get more of transfer designs on a smaller sheet. So we'll just be super duper careful around that edge. I think I need to cut this. I really think I need to cut it. So I'm going to try to just kind of go down the middle here. I'm going to split this here. Okay, so we got that in half. So we're going to do the saying first, okay? So let's get our fuzzing cloth. We're going to just use our finger and kind of roll it along that edge. See how easy that was? You just roll it along. Some are not as easy. I know they're not. And then we're going to fuzz it. All right, so I kind of just rub it in. This is like a terry cloth. On the other side is a microfiber. This is really nice for polishing things or drying your projects, chalkboards. But when you're using a really slick surface that you can't wax, like glass, like acrylic, like a mirror, you definitely want to fuzz your transfer really, 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 really well. So we're just going to do that a few times here. All right, I'm going to make sure there's no hairs or anything. I gave my fur boy a shower this morning. He's all clean. He's all nice and clean. Okay. Let's see. Now we're also going to be using the stand. And if you see here, I'm just going to place that down. What is this? A little string. It has a good 1/2 inch channel in there. Okay. So you have to account for that. So it's going to fit in here another 1/2 inch down. Okay. It's got that protective film in there. Okay. So that's going to, and it's tilted a little slightly back. So let's get this the right way here. Okay. So you want to take into account for that. Okay, so I think I'm going to do it right there. I'm just giving it a little placement. I'm definitely going to move it so that I can center it on both sides, although it might very well be centered only because there's less transfer material here versus here. I just need to straighten it up. It's a little crooked. So you can see that this sticks very, very, very well. Even though we fuzzed it, okay? Just try to reposition and straighten it a little bit. Make sure that's straight. Eyeballing it, of course. Okay, I feel like it's straight this way, so let's go ahead, lift this up gently this way, and then we can flatten it this way. Okay, and then make sure that's nice and flattened out. You don't want any air bubbles, no little mishaps, no little blurps. Okay, so from here over, I feel is about the same. I think we're pretty good. I think we're pretty good. Okay. So for the words, I thought I might do because the words are going to be what shows on top, and you're going to see the banana plant on the back side. I thought I would do it in espresso. Something dark. I really want it to show up. So we're just going to kind of knead this a little bit. I see that I've cut it here a little bit, so we're going to go ahead and cut beyond that so that we can squeeze some out. And I'll probably just squeeze it right onto the transfer. No need for a color tray. So let's see. We're just gonna go like that. Let's see if that's enough. Okay. This is espresso. Okay. You can definitely use a small squeegee. A mini is also good. Okay, and I'm just dragging it. Okay, I'm holding it more upright. So what that means is it's gonna pass over that design area and just push through just enough paste. Okay, now on this side I have a little more leeway where I won't run off. Okay. Now I do have quite a bit of excess left, so you can see we used very little. And what I'm doing is I'm going over it to get all the excess off. Also, I am going to get a color tray. We're going to offload that. Okay. Get all that excess off. Make sure we've gotten all those letters. Let's say I did get on that acrylic. You could easily just wipe that off with a paper towel. A little wet rag. No biggie. It comes right off. Especially off of a surface like acrylic. Okay? All right. Again, acrylic, very sticky. So we're going to just take our time. And we're going to pull that right off. All right. Yeehaw, it worked really nice. It turned out really nice. Okay, let's get out a quick dry tool. Get it dried up. Looks pretty good. There's a little blip of right there under that A, so I can scrape that away with my nail. You could also use a detail tool, which I may have to do just to get on the inside, but otherwise that looks great. Okay, so now that that's done, we can flip it over. Let's go ahead and get this transfer fuzzed. Let's get a little sprinkle or two out. Say hi as you are hopping on. I love to see your comments. Treasure Island. Let's put a link there. Have you guys checked out to see what's new? Oh my gosh, so many fun things. We have Disney, we have Seinfeld, we have Looney Tunes, we have Winnie the Pooh, and I think we're getting something else next week. Oh my gosh. I have to watch we got a little notification. So I have to go see what that was all about today. Okay, let's fuzz this guy. I like to move it around, just try to grab various fibers here and there. It just slightly dulls your transfer. It doesn't do anything crazy. It won't totally take it all off. You can never ever erase all of the adhesive that's on the backs of these. Although, that being said, you can if you leave it overnight sitting in water. So don't do that. All right, so word side, we're going to turn that over. And now we're going to take the protective coating off of this side. Okay, there's always protective coating on both sides. And it did not work. Their little grab thing didn't work. Let's see if we can find it on this corner. This just helps it not get scratched while it's being transported and shipped. Can usually get it. There we go. There we go. Okay. So you see I have it on my fuzzing cloth just so that I'm not scratching it up or anything, okay? Okay, now, and this transfer is quite interesting. It has a design like in the corners. I don't know if I'm actually going to do that. I don't think it's necessary, so what I'll probably do is try to bring the plant up a little bit to the top. Let's see if we do it right about here. Okay. All right, let's see how that'll look. So I feel like it's more to one side than the other, but I think it's because of the stuff they got going on there. So I'm going to move it over about 1/4 to 1/2 inch. All right, so we're going to just gently move that. We're not affecting the words at all because that's all on the other side. Okay, so we're going to unstick that, shift it over. Sure it's level. Excuse me, make sure it's level. Goodness. And I think we may still need to go over because this little leaf over here, this little whatever is going off. All right, so let's move it over just a tad more. This way, just make sure it's nice and straight. Now I think I'm at the end over here and I have a little overlap here. Oh my gosh, this is gonna drive me crazy. Crazy, I tell you. We're just gonna move it a smidge, just a smidge. Okay. And if this isn't it, then it's going to be pretty darn close. And that's what we're going to have to just deal with here. Okay, so let's get this down. I think it's good now. I think it's where I want it to be. So let's lift this again. Let's push that down. All right, I think we're good. Oh my gosh, we finally got it. All right. Now, there's a section in here. These are bananas. So I'm going to, I think, do a little bit of the sunny side and a little bit of the meadow, because I kind of want them to be half ripe. I want, we're going to use the espresso. We'll use that for its trunk. I kind of might mix in a little bit of storm in there. So we're going to take these little doodad thingies and we're just going to kind of just brush that in, and then we'll get the, I'll get the storm out here. Okay, there. Let's kind of knead that up a little bit. Again, this is where we sealed it last time, so I'm going to cut below that. So we open a little gate, so to speak. Let's just squirt out a little bit, and I'm just going to use the same thing. And we're going to kind of just mix that in. Okay, I gotta see where my design is. I think that's part of the leaf. I'm gonna come over here. Let's grab the rest of that. Trying to see where the design is. It does kind of make it a little difficult to see. But we're just going to spread this all over our design. Just kind of swirling in the colors. Like I said, I'm not going to do whatever they got going on the bottom there. There's some just splotches, which don't really make sense to me. Okay. All right, I think that's that for that color. So let's go ahead and get a squeegee that we've cut. And let's get rid of that excess here. Just offload it on your tray. Or on a paper towel. You can't put it back in any particular jar since it's kind of mixed, so. No worries there. I'm just trying to avoid the palm leaves that are banana plant leaves over there. So those are going to be green. So, okay, I think we're good there. Let's get this lifted, okay? And then we'll put it back down. All right, so there's our plant trunk. I like it. You can see there's a little bit of gray in there, a little bit of espresso. That dry. Then we'll just kind of let it fall back up. Oops, nope. We don't want bubbles though. We still don't want bubbles. But you don't need to press down the brown again, okay? So let's just press down wherever it wasn't chalked. Okay. Let's hit those bananas because I feel like those should be done first before we do anything else. I'm kneading it a little bit here, just kind of mixing it up. This is sunny side. You could use, if you got the school bus, struggle bus, if you were able to grab that last month. And I don't think I need a whole lot. So let's just squeeze a little bit here. There we go. Let's do those, and then we'll open up Trying to see where the design is. Boy, is that trickery. Trickery, trickery, trickery. Now, I will say, if any green gets on that, I'm not going to worry about that because they could be half ripe bananas. So I'm not all too worried about that. Okay, let's get that off. Let's see, is that a banana there or is that the end of the... That's the end. Okay, let's get our meadow opened really quick. So let's give this a quick mix. Again, I'm going to try to cut under where we've already cut. I kind of feel like it's dry up to this point, so we're going to just chop it off right about there. Let that come out. It's a little bit thicker. Come on. Come on, meadow. There. Oh, yep. There it is. There it is. Okay. Let's get, and I'm just going to use the one that I used for the sunny side. It's okay. All right. Just want to make sure I'm getting it here. There's a little bit of this on the end, which I might blend in with the yellow a little bit there. Like I said, if I hit some of the edges of those bananas, I am okay with that. Okay. I'm just kind of taking off excess as we go here. And then it comes in, it sneaks in right here. There's a big banana plant leaf right next to the trunk here. Grab some more. Finish it up over here. All right, let's offload some of that. Do it again. It's looking like some of these, some of the bananas are still a little green, so we're gonna go with that. We are gonna roll with it. All right, let's see how it turned out. So far, so good. Is that a piece I'm missing, or did that not transfer? All right. Oh yeah, our bananas look good. Look how cute. Oh my gosh. Okay, put that aside. Let's get that dried up. Now, if you really wanted to get creative, we could color all of that in. And then redo the transfer. There's always that. I feel like maybe we can get out some markers and see what we can do here. Make it more solid, because it may be a little bit harder to see because of the acrylic and because it's, I love that though. I have to say, I love that. All right, so what do we do? Let's play. Here we go. We're gonna play. Let me grab some markers. Those are fabric markers. We don't want those. Okay. All right, guys. These are earth tones, so maybe we'll have some really nice browns in here. Let me see. I know we have a really good yellow, I think, is in here. I don't remember what yellow I used. Let's see here. It's about the same color, so we might lose some details. Let's just see. Honestly, I don't think we will, because what you're going to see through the other side is the actual transfer that we did. So I don't feel like we'll lose anything. I'm just kind of filling these in where I feel like they are bananas. It's such a fine, detailed transfer that it's hard to tell what's an actual banana. All right, so then let's see what happens. Oh yeah, so you can see the different colors for sure. All right, so then let's find a green. Let's find a really nice dark green. I think that one will be good. I don't feel like that's a green, that's a gray. So that's that one, but let's look. Let's see if there's a nice dark green in here. If you guys need links to these markers are amazing. So go ahead and comment markers or pens, and I can get you the info on these. That's kind of like a, I don't like that color. I don't like that color. And I don't want it too green, because I think we've got green going on, right? That's not the right color green. And I don't want like a pea green. I don't want that either. So I think the green we have should work. It should be darker. It should look really nice. So let's just play with this. And I'm going to kind of just not fill it all the way in, but just kind of making lines. That's so much better. So I'm just going to kind of fill this in a little bit with just some sketchy type lines. We're not trying to fill it in completely, because I do still like some of the space that shows through. Okay, let's keep going all the way around here. Just gonna dot that in, make some really long strokes over here. Same thing. This is kind of like the underside of the leaf. And then this is the top. Again, I'm not trying to fill it in, okay? We're just giving it a little more body. Still allowing for some space for it to breathe. I'm lifting it up so I could see. It's hard to see on an acrylic surface. But I like that we can see it. Like on both sides, I like that. Okay. Plus I feel like it'll be so much easier to see. There's a leaf down here. All right. I like that a lot. You guys, look how much better you can see it. I love that. So much better. Okay. All right, so that's the green. 28. And then let's find a brown and do it to the bark. I need a nice dark brown. Let's see, what is this? Where do we fill it in with like a gray? Here's a brown. Don't really have, oh, we could do that dark graphite type gray. No, we're doing it brown. That's a good brown. I'm just gonna fill it in where it's not chalked, but there's space. Just kind of making some strokes here. Thank you, sun. It's helping me. And you don't want to press too hard. You kind of want to be soft with your strokes because it is a liquid marker, so we don't want to reactivate it, of course. And I'm kind of just adding my own here. There. All right, guys, let's turn this guy around and see what he looks like. Dun, da, da. Oh, so cool. I can't really see. It's got to be in the sun. Isn't that cool? That turned out a lot better, I think. There we go. There we go. I'm in a weird spot. I guess the sun is hitting us in a little weird way today. All right, you guys, that is my Treasure Island. Ooh, I probably shouldn't have put it down. Did it dry that fast? Let's get it dry. This dried pretty quick. I love my bananas. Alright, so then if you have the arch or any other acrylic with a stand, there you have it. I'm going to place it right there. Can you guys see it? It's hard to see. Darn sun. All right, guys, that is it for today. Thank you so much for hopping on. Remember to check out that What's New. Also check out the Last Chance section, because there's a lot of good stuff in there. I was gonna do a transfer yesterday. It was in stock. Went to look today, gone. So they are going fast and furious. Okay, so this is how, I think I've shown you before, but if you have like paste sticking out, I just go ahead and get it in my paper towel and I rub straight down, and you can see how it cleans the edges and then it seals it. So that is stuck together. It'll dry over time. This is still wet in there. It'll stay wet as long as there's no air that gets to it. Okay. So same thing with my espresso, or no, moss. We never opened that. Did we open eucalyptus? No, never opened that one, or did we? Did we? No, we didn't open that one either. Sunny side, here we open these. All right, so I'm just gonna rub along the edge. Rub along the edge. Last one, rub along the edge. If you get another color on it, it's okay, just keep wiping. All right, so now those are sealed until I need them again. All right, guys, have a great Friday.